bus station's right through that gate. This is that restaurant I ate at before. So I hadn't tried this market yet, and they had some cashews here. And what's funny is they must buy them all. They're all the same company, Yixin cashew, Yaguo. But you notice the expiration date, August. This is the newest one. The last batch I ate were from May, and I don't know what's going on, but you see how they have black spots on them. But you know, when going around, yeah, I don't feel like noodles or bread or jiaozi, and I don't want a big meal. So that's why I rely so heavily on nuts when I come to China, because it's a little bit more nutritious. At least that's my belief. I mean, I could just get vegetables from these folks, but their vegetables are usually a little different. So it's a little bit crappy out. I don't remember those LEDs on over there. It's Sunday night, and they're working away still on gutting this place. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm a little angry at myself because I got sick, which wasn't really bad, but it was enough to where I really had to question about, you know, do I want to push myself where I could get sicker, or do I just want to back off for half a day? And that's what I did yesterday. And then today it was really a wash, you know. I did find out that hot springs really was a joke, so at least I'm not going to waste my time with that tomorrow. And I just touched base with Will, and I told him that I would probably head out Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, but now he's asking me to try to get there on Tuesday, which changes the whole dynamic. And Nicole had said she could buy me a train ticket, a fast, high-speed train ticket to Nanjing from here. And I went online and looked, and I didn't see that was possible. And I wrote back to her saying, "Hey, are you sure about this?" So it's probably going to be a bus. I'm going to be taking a bus tomorrow to a remote village in called Huangshan, which is supposedly picturesque, but it's going to be crap weather. So we'll just play it by ear. All right. Well, I just wanted to fill in on that because I do these reminders because in a year I'm not going to remember what I was thinking or at the moment. But this trip has been a struggle from the standpoint that it has not gone. This trip has not. Last trip, everything was clockwork. I mean, it went so smoothly. I was like, wow. That's why I came back, because I was like, wow. I was there 5 weeks smoothly. Everything went perfectly, and lo and behold, I get here and it's been one obstacle after another. But you know, you just try to make the most out of it, even if it's not. You know, when I travel, I like to get, you know, like, I like to look back at the end of the day and say, wow, that was an awesome day. I maxed out every possible, you know, second. I squeezed everything I could out of this day. And this trip, I have to be honest, my efficiency is probably about 25%. So I'm only getting 25% of really impact out of the day. And that's not good enough. I mean, it is what it is, as they say. I'm gonna go in these shops and see if they have any cashews that aren't 3 months old. All right. Well, actually, I'll leave it running because I don't think I've shown these markets. I don't think I've been in this one. 你好，有没有腰果？腰果有吧？看一下啊。Probably the same brand, right? I think a truck comes in once every 6 months and dumps all their cashews. 你好。Mayo? Okay. No. That's all right. You have everything else, though. 谢谢. Okay, well, 可以看看。可以。谢谢. Boy, it looks like you guys have a month's worth of supplies there. Henduo Dongshi. Yeah, chicken feet, not my cup of tea. And I actually ate a pack of those Oreos. I never eat that stuff at home. But when I was going up to that mountain, I was like, you know, I didn't want to have these breads. But I figured I'd burn it off, and I really didn't do a lot of hiking today. I only did a couple miles. So, naughty, naughty. I think that's a song. Naughty, naughty. See, this is a very typical Chinese store where you'll see these red boxes of tea or liquor. You'll see them everywhere in these herbs, and it's like one on every corner. And cigarettes, and then they'll have their beers. See, beers upside down. I think it's so that you can drink from it. Because you know what I do is anytime I buy something with a tab like that, I yeah. Yeah, Lushang. Yeah, Lushangji. Lushangji. Hen Xiao. Hen Xiao. 谢谢。再见。谢谢。Yeah, I told him it was a video camera. Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock on Sunday night. Oh, there's a cafeteria. Some noodles going in. Yeah, see. I never eat noodles at home. I mean, literally never. Maybe once a year if I end up going out with somebody or somebody's house and they serve them and I eat them out of respect. I think it's Mao. Mao's mother. Dressed in a little coat. Guibuchi. Qingrang Isha. All right, another store here. Hotel. Yeah, they have these in this town. They have these stupid canes right here. Walking canes. And you see people on the mountain with them as they act as their walking stick. I doubt that's very effective. Anyhow, I doubt it's very effective. See if they have anything to eat here. See the kami hats there. 你好，有没有腰果？腰果有没有？没有。没有。OK， 谢谢你。 OK， 谢谢。See, look at it. They could put bodies in those suitcases. They're so big. The Chinese are so funny when they travel and they have those cases. You'll see them. You'll see them like on a mountain, strolling those things around. I remember I was trying to take a nap in a monastery in Chengdu, and that wasn't so funny. The tourists are just walking around with those things. Okay, well, it's another market over there, but I checked that out already. There's a KFC here, but not my place. Everybody's a zombie. See how they're all just, everybody's got their head in their phones, checking their latest social status. I could easily put this stuff away and never use it again. It'll be a little bit harder in some ways, but so be it. Alright, so I feel like a sardine on the bus here. This is going to Huangshan, which is the west side of the mountain. On Friday I went to the east side, and yesterday I didn't go because it was like this, and today's the last day of my ticket, so either I use it or I lose it. So, well, I'm afraid this gamble probably, or this plan, is not going to work out. And I'm debating whether I even bother going up. Because at this point, it'll cost me $19 to get back to the hotel on a bus. Or I can pay $80 to go up to the mountain to see if it clears. There's no way this is clearing. And yeah, well, the information on the weather, like I said, the weather information you get in China, it's unreliable. It's like that all over the world, but I've never found good, reliable weather forecasts in China. So you just have to book your plan and hope for the best. So, yeah. It's a bunch of factors going through my head. Number one, I feel like crap. Okay, well, I wasted a half an hour at the so I had to wait in line for this bus. This is going to the temple. Yeah, it's going to the temple. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't smell like cigarette smoke. That's the thing, is the hygiene here is everybody's a smoker. And there's nothing more disgusting than having somebody next to you who reeks of cigarette smoke and bad breath, and sometimes like sanitary issues. You know what I mean? It's just you want to vomit. All right. Well, I went in there and asked those people, and they told me it was this way, which is Wenchuan. Okay. Well, Wenchuan, there it is. I'm glad I asked those people, because the security guard at that intersection pointed me the other way, across the river. That's why I always ask 2 or 3 people. Self-stop station. Passenger special line. Now, why the heck did they let me off here then? So their hot spring, I took a picture of it down there. It's, they wanted 300 and something yuan to go into the hot spring down there. And the people at the hotel, had said I could get it for 188, and the girl at the tourist thing that I met on Friday said that she could give it for 198. And so I told them that, And they said, okay, well, we can do it for $198. Which is still $30. And just to go in a hot spring for $30, I said, what else comes with it? And the other thing she said is, oh, and if you want to go into the other hot spring, you have to pay more money. And that's, the Chinese love to bait and switch. They'll get you in the door with one ticket, and if you don't ask, what happens is if you get in there, and that's why sometimes I remember Ting Ting would get a little frustrated with me or some of my friends, because I'd be like, okay, well, what does this include? In fact, that just happened the other day. I just had a sample sent to my friends in Hangzhou, and I specifically said, you know, I should have spelled out every item, but I didn't. I didn't say, does this include freight, etc., etc., etc. I said, please spell out what it includes, and she said it included being delivered, and then she tried to charge me a freight charge. And I wrote back to her saying, hey man, that's, see, this is a cultural thing, and it's a reminder that, you know, and I do this when I try to do any business with the Chinese or anybody in general, is I try to be very, very specific with what I'm ordering. You know, if it's black, I say it's black. If it's white, I say it's white. If it's got something going left, I say it's got this going left. And if it's got wires this long, you got to be very, very specific. And even then, and it's everywhere. I swear the quality of things. I had a company make something for me in the United States. And I specifically, on the order, told them exactly, you know, with the order and on the drawing, I told them, and they sent it wrong. And it just is very frustrating, because now that means I have to spend my time and money, and sometimes it's not possible to repair something. Sometimes you gotta go back to, so, all right, well, I'm gonna sign off. Just got to be very careful, because these rocks are not only slippery, but they've got, see all the green? So that's very, very slippery. Okay, that road straight ahead, if you go left, it goes to the bottom of the mountain. If you go right, it goes up to Huangshan, basically the west side of the mountain. And behind me, they come this way, and they go up this road if they want to go to the east side. And I'm just going to take one into the L column here, because when I went up to Tiananmen a couple months ago when it was like this, it was I wouldn't call it a complete waste of time, but I'm gonna call it. They told me it was a half-an-hour wait, so I came out to this bridge and took some photos of this bridge. And then I saw all these buses converging here, some of them coming down, and I saw the guy jump off, and I said, are you going to Tanko? And he goes, yeah, and he looked at my ticket and he goes, oh, no, no, no. And I was like, Tanko? And he goes, all right, get on. So, just gotta be a little persistent. That's the name of the game over here. Withering violets, wilting flowers, however you want to call it, they get run over here. You've got to be assertive. And I'm not saying you have to be, you know, a bull in a china shop, but you have to, you know, you want something, you just go and take it. You know, you do it. You can try to be polite, but it's hard to explain unless you've been here. Right, signing off. Yeah, I walked down to that market there. I find that just walking a little bit out of the center drops prices about 20%. Not that that really means a heck of a lot, but I felt like walking anyways. So the women asked me if I was from America or the United States, and I said yes. And they said, "Oh, do you want to?" I thought they were asking me to sell them dollars, because first they asked me what was the conversion rate, and I rounded it up to 7 RMB for $1. And so I checked out. I bought some coconut milk, and they didn't have any cashews, and I bought one of those coffee drinks. Figure if I have that, that will bring me back to life, hopefully. So what in fact they wanted is, one of the women had disappeared. She came back just as I was leaving, and the other woman said to wait a minute. So I waited, and she came running back with a bag full of money, and she pulled out 2 US 5s, and they looked like they were Monopoly money. And you know, I'm not an expert in determining whether a US dollar is counterfeit or not, but I lied to her. I said, "Hey, I can't use this in China." And she goes, "Yeah, I know," but she said, "When you return." I said, "Well, I'm not returning for a while, so I don't need it." I'm sure they were legit, but you know, I'm not gonna buy it. Especially when I told them it was 7. I probably wouldn't even do it for 5. It's not worth the risk. So it's fairly warm for this, for how it looks. Because when I got here, it was, or yesterday it looked like this and it was frigid. But today it's probably 15 degrees warmer than yesterday. And it's not raining. And I'm a little disappointed. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to wake up in the morning tomorrow, and if it looks like there's a chance that it might clear up, then I may just take a flyer going up to the side of the mountain I didn't see on Friday. Since I was going to do the hot springs tomorrow, and I checked those out today, and those are a waste of money. Yeah, it's a lot of these things that the Chinese build up. Even this mountain, I mean, for what it is, they say in their literature that this is the grandest mountain of all. Well, I haven't seen that. Zhangjiajie is definitely a much better destination than this place, in my opinion. I like the layout a lot better. The prices are much more affordable, and the mountain is easier to navigate, and it's more beautiful. Now the weather, that's another story there too. What's up, guys? Now we got the blind rabbit here. Hey buddy, how you doing? How you doing, huh? Well, it's a little bit better today. It's not raining, but it is overcast. We've got a piano here actually, and I played it last night. It's a pretty good piano. It's a kawaii. Well, it sounds good. I don't know if it's good. I think one of my teachers a long time ago might have had a kawaii. See, it's an upright. See if I can do this one-handed. The only problem is at night, somebody's here playing, and my room is right on the other side of the bar. So they're playing till like midnight. Yeah, kawaii. Yeah, I mean, the pianos are Mine is really a no-name brand, but it's great to pound on, but it doesn't maintain its tuning